Hello and welcome guys to this new video on my channel. Today is going to be like some kind of brainstorming video where I'm going to go over the different scenarios that I have in mind for Bitcoin and kind of my expectations and my trading pre-plan of what I'm going to expect like of Bitcoin and just going over a few different um, trading scenarios so you guys are prepared as well. As you guys know, we have been on this sideways range for quite a while. It's been like, yeah, it's been already a month, more than a month. And kind of since this move, we've been just grinding slowly to upside, leaving a lot of sell side liquidity to the downside, as you guys can see around here. And we haven't really been breaking out to either side, like neither to the upside nor the downside. And that has kind of a few reasons. Like, first of all, if we draw our volume profile, we guys can see that we're currently rejected from this value area high. And as you guys can also see that it has, I mean, of course it changed, but wait, let me pull it all the way back to here. You guys can see we always have been getting some rejections from the value area high. Yeah, boom, boom. So, we're rejecting from it right now, and as you guys can also see is that we are between our POC and our value area high, and these are the two main POIs I'm going to watch for potential, like before I start taking big positions, at least for the mid time frame, because these, like, if you take a look at our value profile that I've been really liking so far, and I've been incorporating it like more and more into my trading style, because it's like, you guys can see it's been amazing so far. Love this POC as well around here, so I can really recommend using it. But what I wanted to say is that now that we're kind of stuck between this POC and this value area high, there are like two things I'm going to watch for, and it's first that, well, let me think this. It's first that if we want to continue this uptrend, I would want to see like a push out of this value area high, and then kind of get like a retest around here and continue higher. Like that would be my bullish case, and kind of squeeze like all this liquidity on the highs. But my second scenario that would be like leaning more to the bearish side is that if price now ends up pushing higher again, let's say, well, let's draw a range first. This range got confirmed after we tapped our equilibrium of this range. So this is our confirmed range, and if price now decides to push higher again, takes out this high, and starts like to come back into this high time frame value area high, like come back inside, get like the bearish break after our range deviation, or maybe even get like a, I don't know, maybe get like a model 1 distribution. It will also be on model 2, basically the same. But if we like close back inside this high time frame value area high, I would kind of expect like a rotation lower, just because you guys can see we haven't been able to push higher with strength, and this would kind of just mean that we grab this buy side liquidity, like small sweep of these highs, and then reject lower. For a main rotation to the downside, we would have to flip this POC though. As you guys can see, we have been like rejecting a lot around here, and then we flip around here. So if we end up coming down here, I'm definitely going to expect some kind of bounce from it, or what, probably get some bounce from this POC. I could assume that we kind of have this wick It got tapped a little. No, it didn't really. This 30-minute wick demand, so I could see getting a bounce from here. But to be honest, if we end up like dumping around here, um, likely going lower. But let's say we don't accumulate around here and kind of get like this weak bounce or like SFP the structure low around here. Let's do it properly. SFP the structure low around here, and then just wick it, like don't accumulate and pull back higher. Maybe I don't know, into the supply back by the range POC. I don't know, yeah, around here. So pull back here, and then you could actually look for a second short. Since this is a weak low, we have accumulate, and here with broken structure back to bearish. So other full objective is to go lower, and that would be a second short I would take. And after that, like likely we're going to dump lower, and as you guys can see, we only got sales of liquidity around here, so it's going to be an easy sweep of these lows. And to be honest, there's not really anything significant around here. It wouldn't really make sense to start reversing again. Like it doesn't really make sense. Also the POC, like once you break below, oh no, there is the auction fury, and basically what it says is that once we either deviate the value area high or the low, the volume profile, and then flip the POC, there's a really high chance that we're going to rotate to the other side of the volume profile. So basically, once we come below the POC, my expectation would be to, I don't know, get a little pullback and then rotate to the other side. And from there, I would look for new trade opportunities. But to be honest, if we end up coming all the way down, I couldn't really see us like the demand isn't too strong. Like there's not really anything significant around there. So um, I don't know. I could actually see us then completely rotating to this low and then starting some kind of bigger range that could potentially like I don't know be the start of our higher time frame reversal. Maybe this is going to be some kind of PO3. Who knows? We don't have to make any assumptions right now. So that's for later, but clean this up quickly. So basically what I'm going to watch are those POIs, like the area high and the POC, and depending on the reaction we get from there, I'm going to look for trades. I have to say like this move isn't looking too bullish right now. Yes, we're trending up, but is it this strong? Like you gotta ask yourself, is this a strong up move or is it kind of like going sideways? Like it's going upwards, but in a sideways. How do you say it? Like it goes up, but sideways. I think you guys know what I mean. Um, but yeah, basically this is what I'm going to watch for the bearish short scenario, and for the bullish one. Oh wait, actually we could even get some kind of pure free. Let's say this is our range. And then this is some sort of manipulation right here, and then we get like an expansion to the downside, make the manipulation case smaller, expansion a little bigger, something around this. This could actually also happen. Maybe we sweep even all these lows. I mean, we don't have to. Like, as you guys can see, we haven't been sweeping a lot of highs. Like we haven't sweeping the highs and just been dumping lower, like here, here, and also here. Like this actually really sucks for us liquidity sweep traders because like usually we want some kind of liquidity sweep at the high and then short low, but because the price favorites these highs or these all the time. It's actually really annoying, but yeah, we can't do anything against it. I think leaving this, the market makers are leaving this bicycle liquidity for a future reversal, so that's probably why they're doing this, also to, I don't know, keep us smart money concept traders out of getting involved in this move. So they kind of changed their algorithms around there. But yeah, basically that's what I'm kind of expecting. And to go over the long, I could see, I mean, right now we're kind of pumping higher. We got our bounce from our structural demand around here. We also had the refined demand around here, as you guys can see. It was even our overlapping structures demand. Like this was our bigger demand, and this was like the how do you call, like the next demand that got created after this breakout of this first demand. And as you guys can see, we created this I mean, not big move, but we had like this pump that got caused by this demand creation, and then we, okay, like it wasn't a crazy mitigation, but you guys get the idea. So to come back to the bullish scenario, I don't really have a trade idea for that. Maybe if we, I don't know, we go like lower, get some sort of bullish break around here, we could look for longs, but I'm like not too excited about the longs, to be honest, because just because of the way we have been moving, it's been really shitty. So I would prefer the shorts, but basically you couldn't trade it. But for a bullish scenario, I want, like, as you guys already know, I want to break out to the upside, and then, like, of course, don't get like a manipulation phase. It's more like get a breakout, and then, I mean, maybe even expand higher, because technically it should be easy. As you guys can see, we got a lot of buy sides, so it should be an easy squeeze. But if we don't get that, I would kind of say like, break out and then look for some demand creation. That's, to be honest, the only thing that I would be looking for. Get like a demand creation, then lower the bullish structure break, and then try to continuation to the upside. Then actually it would be good, like if we have some liquidity. Of course, if we like, I mean, if we pump all the way to here, it wouldn't make sense to long the extreme premium after we pump. So I wouldn't be looking to get involved, but basically, if we get like a breakout, take maybe these highs, but pull back slowly while creating new buy side liquidity on the downside, like while we'll trend down on this local leg, and then we could look for continuation longs to the upside. But yeah, basically that's what I'm pre-planning, and to be honest, depending on what we get, I'm going to pre-plan the next scenario. Like, it doesn't make sense to say, okay, now we break out and I'm going to look for trust around here. No, like, we didn't even do that. Like, why pre-plan this if we didn't even break out either of these sides? So I'm going to do a video once we get some movement around here. And basically, that was it with this video. I hope you guys were able to learn something, and I will see you guys on Monday. Goodbye.